Today we're visiting a Southern California airport that played a pivotal role in the aftermath of World War II. We'll take you inside one of SoCal's most incredible hidden air museums, home to one of only 2 prototype aircraft in existence. Then we'll show you the perfect picnic spot for plane watching, no pilot's license required. And to wrap it all up, we'll depart with a special flight over one of our favorite busy airports on a crystal clear SoCal day. So even though it is not our first time visiting this airport, it is definitely the first time we'll be parking and exploring. Again, the first time we landed, we taxied right back for departure. And as we've mentioned before, a friend reminded us that it doesn't count unless we've parked and gotten out to see the airport, which is something I've never forgotten. So here we are, and even better, we get to show you around, of course. We've been dealing with a lot of fires in SoCal lately. So on our arrival today, it's not as clear as we would have liked it, but since we are pretty low along the coast, it didn't turn out too bad. We've said it before, whenever we visit an airport, we think it'll be a quick stop, maybe an hour at the most. But somehow hours fly by and we leave both excited and exhausted from everything we saw and learned. And guess what? This visit is going to be exactly like that. We'll be starting the day going inside the only way to get in and out of the airport as transient pilot, the terminal, and check out the pilot's lounge. Then we'll go on over to the reason why we're here today, the Air Museum, which we still can't believe isn't more popular. And we finish it off with a late lunch that was either the best timing or the worst timing, but either way, Irene should have never trusted me to look for food. All as we visit Torrance Municipal Airport in Torrance, California.
Number 68 Hotel, turn right heading 310, doing the final.
Right, 310, joining final 6 Hotel.
Today we'll be heading out VFR to the west, and then after getting flight following from ATC over the 91-241, we'll enter the Charlie airspace southbound at about 3,500 feet before descending over the coast to about 1,000 feet, keeping us right above the marine layer and remaining outside of John Wayne's, Los Alamitos, and Long Beach's airspace. And we'll be dodging 1 or 2 other planes since the Long Beach practice area can get very, very busy, which is why I call it the Beehive anytime we fly through there. Finally, we'll do a straight in for runway 29 right, landing so close to the departure traffic that we caught their wake right before touching down. Let's just say the camera will show landing center line, but those of you with a keen eye see the propeller to one side of the screen know that if the camera is centered, the plane is definitely not. Sporty landing for sure. So a little history. Originally called Lomita Flight Strip in 1941, the U.S. Bureau of Public Roads purchased 480 acres of land to kickstart civil aviation with that flight strip. But after the attacks on Pearl Harbor, all civil aviation within 200 miles of the coast was shut down and mostly converted for military use, which now makes so much sense why so many SoCal airports have military history. In 1943, the Army Air Forces took over the field, built a runway, which then served as an emergency landing and training base for airplanes like the P-38 and P-51, prepping fighter pilots to be deployed to the South Pacific.
Number 904 Lima, did you say you were going to the oil platforms?
Affirmative, 384, 904 Lima.
904 Lima, fly heading 170, please.
170, 904 Lima.
Right, 39 Hotel, you just want to VFR to Torrance today or you want a practice approach?
Nope, just a VFR approach, 39 Hotel.
39 Hotel, roger.
Now, as much as we keep things positive on the channel, that doesn't mean you forget about a dark past. After World War II, Lomita Strip was used as temporary housing for Japanese returning from internment camps because their homes, businesses, and farms had been either sold, seized, or vandalized while they were away. The temporary barracks for the soldiers during the war was repurposed after for this housing. In 1946, the Army left the facility and the War Assets Administration transferred ownership to the city of Torrance. 5 years after the attack on Pearl Harbor, on December 7, 1946, Torrance Airport was renamed Zamperini Field after Olympian and World War II pilot Louis Zamperini.
Number 39 Hotel, just remain outside of Long Beach Delta airspace.
We'll remain outside Long Beach Delta airspace, 39 Hotel.
Number 238, are you going to hold over Seal Beach or are you going out to the shore?
Out to the shore, 238.
Number 238, fly heading 180, please.
180, 238.
Now, even though the airport had been transferred in 1946, it wasn't until 1956 that the city took full ownership after the deed completely cleared. By 1961, there was a second runway built, lighting, control tower, fencing, and a master plan. And today it primarily serves general aviation with big companies like Robinson Helicopter Company, who runs its main facility there.
All right, November 39 Hotel, there is traffic out there about your 11 o'clock, 2 miles, opposite direction, 1,800 indicated altitude, type unknown.
Looking for traffic, 39 Hotel.
Number 39 Hotel, additional traffic is about your 11 o'clock, 10 to 11 o'clock, a mile northbound, 1,000 indicated altitude, type unknown. Advise you climb this on site.
Got traffic inside 39 Hotel.
Thank you. 60 uniform, maintain 2,600. Traffic is 10 o'clock, 1 mile southwestbound the neighboring Cessna 3000. Cessna 238, maintain at or above 3,000 for traffic off your right wing.
Above 3,000, 238.
63 uniform, how's the traffic inside 2,600?
39 Hotel, thanks. Contact Torrance Tower 13307. Good day.
13307, 39 Hotel, thank you.
Torrance Municipal Airport is a Class Delta with 2 runways, 11 right, 29 left at 3,000 feet, and 11 left, 29 right at 5,000 feet with an airport elevation at 103 feet. Tower operations are from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. local time. And make note that there are 2 different frequencies for a tower, so make sure to listen to the ATIS to know exactly which one to use, especially because starting August 25th through October 3rd of 2025, they will be shutting down both runways from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. during the weekdays. We'll put a link to that schedule of closures as always in the description below.
Torrance Tower, Aero 1939 Hotel, inbound full stop with November.
Aero 1939 Hotel, Torrance Tower, runway 29 right, clear to land.
29 right, clear to land, 39 Hotel.
Torrance Tower, Centurion 2311 Foxtrot, ready for takeoff, 29 right at Juliet, right downwind departure.
Now, as far as the weather, you can see during our arrival that we just finished cloud surfing before the skies opened up. Well, that's exactly what you can expect here during the summer, the marine layer. But of course, you can expect much cooler temperatures than being inland. Today, it was about 15 to 20 degrees difference from Corona. So either it was stay at home in AC or fly somewhere cooler, and flying, of course, is always much, much funner. The average temperature is about 70 degrees plus or minus 7 degrees all year, so it's pretty amazing. The one thing to keep in mind, of course, is the winds, because they can consistently be above 10 to 15 knots, which is actually perfect since they come mostly down the runway, which helps for slower approaches and shorter rolls for takeoff, which you'll see today. I swear, during our departure, we launched like a rocket.
Can you say again, please?
Torrance Tower, helicopter 495 for Lima and north pad, request right close traffic.
Helicopter 5 Papa Lima, north side clear for takeoff, north side clear to land.
North side clear for takeoff, clear for land, 570.
And Centurion holding short runway 10 right, go ahead again.
Yes ma'am, Centurion 2311 Foxtrot, ready for takeoff, right downwind departure.
Centurion 2311 Foxtrot, Torrance Tower, right downwind departure is approved, runway 29 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff with the right downwind, 29 right, 2311 Foxtrot.
Number 2 Zulu Yankee, contact SoCal departure, have a good flight.
Over to SoCal. Good day. 2 Zulu Yankee.
So one of the best aspects of this airport is being able to practice precision approaches. So much so that ATC asked us earlier if we were looking for a practice IFR approach. That is how often it's used. This is probably a bunch of gibberish if you're not instrument rated or not even a pilot. So I'll break it down a little bit, but first let's talk about the different type of instrument approaches at Torrance. First, there's the VOR runway 11 left, the RNAV GPS for both runway 29 right and 11 left. These are considered non-precision approaches, but that doesn't mean they're not precise. On the contrary, GPS today with WAS can improve horizontal location precision within 3 meters, but it still cannot be classified as a precision approach. Well, then what is a precision approach then? Well, the only one that most of us instrument-rated private pilots use is the ILS, which is based on ground radio equipment as opposed to GPS of the RNAV. And Torrance does have an ILS for runway 29 right. So why use one over the other? Well, typically the ILS will have lower minimums, but that's not always the case. And this airport is the first one that I've personally seen that has a lower minimum for the RNAV at 270 feet AGL versus the ILS at 284 feet AGL, which is pretty crazy. I've never seen that before. Now, of course, that is not the only reason to choose one over the other. There's so many other reasons, but we would definitely love to hear why you would choose the RNAV over the ILS and vice versa.
Torrance Access 63 Fox Mike holding short 29 right for right close traffic.
So the 68, right close traffic, runway 29 right close takeoff.
29 right clear for takeoff, 8 Fox Mike.
November 39 Hotel says that departing prior to your arrival, 1280 Niner.
Roger, got that traffic in sight, 39 Hotel.
All right, airspaces. Let me start off by saying that if you've never been here, do not come without planning every single part of your flight because there are a ton of airspaces and a ton of traffic, and it is extremely easy to put yourself in a situation you do not want to be in. And this is not used as a deterrent. On the contrary, it's to ensure that you have a great time when visiting this airport. So Torrance Delta is surrounded on 3 sides. There is the Long Beach Delta 5 miles to the east, Hawthorne's Delta 3 miles to the north, and at 5,000 feet above the airport, the Los Angeles Bravo. But I think it's very important to mention, though not an official airspace, the Long Beach practice area can get extremely, and I'm not saying this as hyperbole, I mean it can get extremely busy because you have Long Beach with its ton of flight schools and Torrance, one of the biggest flight schools, and you get what I mentioned earlier as the beehive. So when you fly through here, keep your eyes outside as much as possible. ATC will do their best to guide you through, but don't forget that the radio frequency for that practice area is different, so stay vigilant.
November 11 Foxtrot, frequency change approved.
Traffic inside, 7 call.
Number 39 Hotel, turn left at Charlie, contact ground.
Left at Charlie, contact ground, 39 Hotel.
November 2311 Foxtrot, frequency change approved. 11 Foxtrot, frequency change approved, thanks sir. Fleeing 88 Mike traffic, and about 10 o'clock, 1 mile northbound, Cessna 1700 indicated.
Looking for traffic, 1488 Mike.
Torrance Tower, helicopter 495 for Lima and north pad, request right close traffic.
Fleeing 88 Mike, can maintain at or above 2,000 for now.
At or above 2,000, 1488 Mike.
Helicopter 495 Papa Lima, right close traffic, north pad clear for takeoff, north pad clear left.
So there is an air museum on this field, which to be honest, I had not heard about it until Irene somehow did her magic and found it. Now I won't say much more since we'll be going more in depth on the ground, but I can't believe more people don't know about it. I mean, I feel a little guilty. I didn't know about it, but you definitely have to go, and that won't be the last time we say it.
Torrance ground, Aero 1939 Hotel, clear of 29 right at Charlie for transient.
Aero 1939 Hotel, Torrance ground transient, taxi via Charlie, Alpha Echo.
Transient via Charlie, Alpha Echo, 39 Hotel.
As far as food, there is no cafe on the field, but there are a number of restaurants within walking distance, one of which we will visit just in the nick of time. There are technically no FBOs in the traditional sense. The ones shown on ForeFlight are Torrance Flight Park and South Bay Aviation. Again, we'll discuss in detail when we visit South Bay Aviation's Pilot Store, which turned out to be pretty cool. So probably one of the most hot button topics for airports, landing fees. The first time we flew here, we did not have them. They do now though, and they make sure you know that they do, so you're not surprised when you receive a bill from PlanePass from Vector Airport System. Now, there are noise abatement procedures that I highly recommend following because it does include the banning of touch and goes. Now, there is turmoil with some of the residents, and to the best of what we can find, a minority of the residents. And even though the airport does not have any foreseeable plans for closures, because in 2024, the City Council voted to dismiss the land use study, complaints for the airport by residents still continue. We will put a link to the official noise abatement procedures in the description. Now, one of the more important things is fuel, and there are three options. First, the two FBOs have fuel trucks, but there is also self-serve fuel on the field.
Ground 8020 Charlie, Runup complete.
Fling 20 Charlie 2, taxi, contact South Tower.
Over to South Tower, continue taxi 8020 Charlie.
So if there are no official FBOs, where do you park? Well, there is an abundance of parking, and they do an incredible job of marking each spot by first showing a line that tells you that you've crossed into transient parking area, and then marking each spot with a green T. Amazing work, Torrance. All right, now we made it. It's time to go do some exploring. So we're here because we wanted to check out a couple of things.
There's a museum here that actually moved from Hawthorne.
Oh, that's all right. So where did you find out about the museum?
When we were doing research for Hawthorne, I saw that it was originally located at Hawthorne and then eventually moved here. And I'm not really sure why it moved here, but I know that it's here now, and it looks like it's got some really cool planes.
Yeah,
so
I don't know how big it is, or small, or whatever.
It's in a hangar just to the side of where tower is.
Okay.
And so it seems like maybe it takes up a couple big hangars.
Okay. So yeah, I mean, a museum's a museum. We're always down to look for that. And then we're gonna see if we can get some food somewhere around here. From what I researched, there are stuff within walking distance, and we're gonna also, I didn't tell you this before, but I looked up yesterday the FBO, and I figured we could walk all the way over there and check it out. What was it called? I can't remember what it's called, but we're gonna go find out anyways. And we're right in front of the tower, and really easy to find this. Obviously, I'll discuss this already. You guys saw already that there's good identifiers on the ground for the parking, and so it's really easy. And it looks like there's more than enough.
And they're all marked with the green T's, but I did hear that anything marked with the blue T is for jet parking.
For jets.
And we haven't seen that yet.
Well, we have a big jet right there.
Oh.
So we'll show them that, walk over there. But anyway, so we're gonna go check out Torrance.
The beach is not that far away. There are ways to rent cars from a Mercedes-Benz dealership across the street. That's what I read. I have no idea how true that is. Maybe we'll go check that out. It's only across the street.
Okay, yeah.
I think we're excited to be back and kind of look around finally.
Right.
Because we've never parked.
No.
So this is our first time parking at Transient. So that's it. Let's go check out the museum. Actually, we're going to go check out all this parking first, go into the terminal, then the museum. So we'll see what we find and we'll let you guys know. Which I'm sure I've already discussed coming into here, but if you guys don't know, they do charge landing fees. So just know that. And the way it works is you will get a bill at the end of the month. So don't be surprised when you come here and you get I think they said $9, $10 bill, at least for a small plane like us. It obviously changes based on the weight of your plane.
This is Louis Zamperini's exhibit in the Pilot's Lounge, filled with memorabilia, including the Olympic torches he carried as the torchbearer in the 1984 and 1988 Olympic Games. And if you want to dive deeper into Torrance Airport history, they've got a tablet here loaded with info and stories. And yeah, that is the plane spotting area, but we're going to get to that a little later.
It looks like there's only 69 people on a wait list, as opposed to Chino have a better chance at Torrance. So yeah, if you want to know where you're on the list at Torrance, they have it right here. And it's pretty new because the newest person was just 7 days ago. So they keep this pretty up to date, it looks like.
And this is just right across from the Pilot's Lounge.
After a quick tour of the terminal, it was time to head to the museum.
So Irene's told me this already once, and if you ever ask about top secret planes and what their ceilings are, this is what they'll tell you. Right here, this is, granted, this is a prototype, approximately 65,000 feet. You will never know what the ceiling is for any of these planes. I think the B-2 bomber pilot that we watched, they asked him, I was like, what's the ceiling? He goes, well, I can't say, but 50,000 we can say. And yeah, and like you said, your story is like, wait, it can't, what, at what altitude was it?
What?
The one that you read?
The F-35?
Yeah.
I don't know, I think it was showing at like 60-something thousand feet. And people were questioning, like, there's no way an F-35 could fly at 65,000 feet, right? No one responded, not a single response.
Really?
I'm not saying that they do.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, no one refuted it or confirmed it.
Yeah.
So,
that's crazy.
I mean, the fact that this, which was the competitor to the F-22, which went out, I mean, it's saying 65, approximately 65.
Approximately 65.
So if any of you out there know, just wink.
Just wink, yeah. I'll say an altitude, and you just wink when I no longer 65, 75, and then stop. Like at like 120,000, you're like, wait, what? What are these spaceships?
I mean, well, we're close with the Dragon Lady, right?
I know. Flaps. Man, look at this.
It's massive.
What do they call these? It's not a stabulator, it's a...
It's just so funny, like you compared to the size of that.
I know.
It's massive. I mean,
I never realized how big these things are.
you're tiny like this at the bottom of the screen, and then this goes to the very top of the screen.
I know.
It's pretty crazy.
That was pretty cool. Well, this is why when we went to Palm Springs and they had the Dark Star from Top Gun, they said that the Top Gun Dark Star that they had there, it's a movie prop, it's not a real jet, that it would have to be 3 times bigger than that movie prop because it was like, it's too small, you need a huge.
It was so tiny.
It was smaller than this.
It was.
And it was supposed to go Mach 10, right, in the movie. And if it was, if they said if it was in the real world, it would be 10 times larger. That means it would probably be twice as big as this thing.
Probably.
Crazy. Yeah, it's got everything.
It just looks so fake.
It's a...
That's about...
It looks like a spaceship.
About 3 or 4 feet longer than the F-22. It was supposed to fly off against the F-22, but that was never a fly off.
Okay, I also was gonna ask, did this prototype actually fly or never got to fly?
Oh yeah, it's flown. I talked to a test pilot, and he said he's flown it about 30 times.
Did you hear that?
Northrop's #1 test pilot was here about 2 weeks ago.
Oh, did you hear that?
I did.
I said, have you ever, has that plane flown? He said, oh yeah. That plane flew over Edwards Air Force Base and they didn't know it.
Oh,
It's that
no
stealthy.
way. Oh.
And I said, how many times you flown? He said, I've flown it about 30. There were 2 of them. The other one's back at the Air Force Museum in Dayton, Ohio. Oh. It's a darker colored one, yeah.
As we take a look around the A4 Skyhawk, one of the most surprising features is the leading edge slats. These weren't pilot controlled at all. No hydraulics, no switches. Instead, they were purely aerodynamic. As the jet picked up speed, the airflow would push the slats back into place, and as it slowed down coming in for landing, they would drop automatically. Pretty wild to think that the only control a pilot had over them was simply airspeed.
Now these are getting kind of stiff, but I think before you went flying on pre-flight, you might have made sure these suckers worked very smoothly.
Ooh, what is that?
It's the original, well, 20 years ahead of the boom. So you know how we have the boom now,
right,
that does supersonic flight without the boom.
Yeah.
This is before that, 20 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, it says Northrop Grumman's August 2003 low boom designed F-5 flights proved quiet supersonics that led to early QSP concept. In 2024, Boom's XB-1 similar NG's QSP design begins flight testing. So I think Boom must have taken some inspiration from this. Pretty crazy, I've never seen this.
It's really cool looking.
It is.
It's very futuristic.
It makes me wonder if they ever flew this. They had to have. we wanted to share this with you because we thought this was the craziest thing. And if you guys have watched The Dark Knight, you guys will know what this is. So this is like an original type of drone, right? And so it had optics, so you can record video, or I think it said radar, stuff like that. So they used to connect it here. They connected here, so it would be on the belly of a plane. Now the one thing you'll notice, if you look back, there is no landing gear on this drone. So how would they pick it up? Well, if you look closely, there's kind of a hint already about it. Back here, essentially, this would pop off, and then a little parachute would pop out with a long cable. If you guys know where I'm maybe heading with this. So with that cable and that chute, they would have a C-130 come with it would have like a V in the front. It will grab the top, and then it would pull it down, and they would put, I guess, like put it back in the plane, but through the back, right?
Through the ramp.
Through the ramp area. So yeah, so it would be from the front, then it would come over back, and then they would put it on the back of the C-130. And my whole thought was like, well, when they grab it, I feel like this thing would be flailing around because it's not aerodynamic anymore. You got these wings on it, but I just thought that was crazy. I didn't know this is what it was used for. I thought it was gonna be something little popped out of here, and it was like, oh, that's the little thing. That's why I asked him, like, well, what happens to this? He goes, no. The whole thing gets recovered. And I was like, what the heck?
And for scale, I mean, it's not that big.
I mean, it's not that big, but it's big enough.
But to your point, if it's got a parachute that pops
and
out
it's
the back.
like, yeah, it's like, I gotta look up some YouTube videos of this because I want to see this in action. Because again, once they pull this, now this is far from aerodynamic, you know, and so I'm like, how, and then when they get it back in the plane, like, how do they keep it from hitting the plane, all that other stuff, so.
You could see where it said Northrop before.
Oh, right there, yeah.
It's something division, right?
Yeah. And then one more thing, so they have this pretty much says this probably went on 3 missions at least. And that this looks like a A4, is that what we're talking about?
No, an A6.
A6. So this was probably dropped from an A6 that it was hooked on with these, and then it did 3 missions. So as you can see, the parachutes.
Very cool.
So we just are wrapping up here at the Western Museum of Flight. And this place is, like, it's small, but we pretty much shut it down. Like, we've been here probably 3 hours, 4 hours, something like that.
Really?
Yeah, and that's how much information there is, and I highly recommend you guys talk to the docents. They have a lot of this information you're not gonna get from just looking at the exhibit. You have to talk to them. They'll show you some really cool little stuff. Obviously, we probably showed you at this point what some of those cool things are. We don't want to ruin everything for you, but definitely come. It's such a huge surprise.
Yeah.
Like,
when we walked up to it, I saw the one big hangar, and then they pointed us to the hangar across the way that included some exhibits, and I thought, well, it's kind of tiny, but we'll see.
I know, that's what I thought too.
And we've been here much longer than I expected, and have seen some things that we have never seen anywhere else.
Yes, yeah.
Which is, I think, really important to know, because we've been to a lot.
Not only
of
it's
museums.
important, it's impressive. Like, impressive that this little museum can do that. And again, the thing we found out was that they focus on SoCal aviation. So a lot of what you'll find here is specifically SoCal, which is really cool to think of how big of a hub SoCal was for aviation. Military, commercial, everything. But then even behind here, they had a really cool women of aviation that I learned a lot. I mean, there's a ton of women in aviation that do a lot of stuff that you probably never heard of. But I was impressed by it.
Yeah.
You know, so.
I learned some names and about some women that I had never heard of before, admittedly.
Right.
Yeah, and I mean, just the fact that I think we were told this museum was the Northrop Museum, like it belonged to Northrop before.
Right.
And then I don't know what happened after. We'll have to track that down.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But that YF-23 that you'll see when you come here, that one was flown. Like, that's a real plane. That's not a prototype or anything like that. It's a real plane. So definitely check that out.
I want to say they said it flew at least 30 times.
By one pilot.
One.
Which is that he was here 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Which I'm so bummed we missed because I have a lot of questions.
I know.
A lot.
Yeah. So, Torrance is not a spot that I would have been like, oh, you should go, but this is worth coming for.
It's definitely worth it.
Yeah, like I said, I was blown away. As soon as we walked in, I was like, what is that?
I think that's the first thing we both gravitated towards. We're like, what? YF-23?
Yeah.
I thought it was like a model, like a full-scale model.
To be honest, I did too until I looked at the landing gear and saw it was all real. And then I looked underneath and I was like, no, this is a real thing.
Yeah, there's some wear on those tires.
Yeah. You know what kind of throws it off is that the canopy is blacked out.
Yeah.
And I think they black it out just to protect the interior from the sun, because right now it's just outside. That's my guess.
Yeah.
So I think we're wrapping it up here. And we didn't eat the first time. We didn't eat as soon as we landed today.
That's true. We didn't.
We did have some breakfast sandwiches. So, but we're gonna actually go eat lunch now, because again, we thought we'd be here till maybe an hour, and now it's 3 hours later. But we're gonna go check out this place called The Pan and see if it's any good. I know you don't really know what's there.
I have no clue. You're surprising me, so.
First time ever. So let's go. So I told Irene not to trust me. Yeah, the place closes in 10 minutes. So we're taking our food to go.
At least you get food, though.
At least we get food.
And the menu looks really good.
It did look really good.
I do want to come back and actually, because they have like banana pancakes and all kinds of like mocktails and other things, but it's a varied menu. They got everything from like breakfast foods and like pizza and burgers and salads. So
yeah, so it seems like a really good place, but just know it does close at 3. I didn't see that. So.
But you know what? We can take our food back to the pilot's lounge and hang out on the patio in Planespot.
Oh yes, we're gonna go Planespot with food. That's true.
It all works out.
But still, I was like, oh man, 3 o'clock.
I won't trust him next time. Next time I pick the spot.
But yeah, so we're waiting for our food now. After we get it, we're just gonna walk right back. Luckily, it was only like an 8-minute walk, right?
It didn't even feel like 8 minutes,
Yeah.
honestly. It's really close. It's just right on PCH, so the only thing is it's a busy street.
It
but
is a busy street.
There's dedicated crosswalks.
Yeah.
There are only car dealerships along there, so yeah.
It'll be fast. So we made it back to the airport. Now we're going to eat. What'd you get?
I got a Greek salad with chicken.
Oh yeah, it does. Looks good though.
Yeah.
Looks really good.
I know, I'm excited.
And I'm not even a salad person. and then I got a burger with seasoned fries.
Oh, you want me to open it?
Yeah. Bam.
Wow.
That actually looks good too.
That looks amazing.
Yeah. So yeah, again, this is from the restaurant, The Pan. It looks really good, and we hope to go back. So they actually have tower.
That sounds like Charlie Brown, like the adult from the.
No, they have actually the radios broadcasting here at this Planespotting area, so which is off the pilot's lounge, right?
It is, yeah.
But yes, so now it's time for us to eat because we are starving. Yeah. We underestimated how long we'd be at the museum.
What happened to the tomato?
It's a huge piece of tomato. Look how thick that is. It's up to you what you want to put on there, but it's good.
We definitely have a lot going on here, though. But yeah, that museum is definitely worth a trip.
All right, we are done eating, and it was all good, right?
It was really
delicious.
good.
I know you ate your whole salad.
I did
think it was
not
huge.
eat my whole salad.
It looked like you ate your whole salad.
I ate like half of it. It was really big, but it was really good, and I would eat there again.
Found out that there are multiple locations, not just that one.
They actually have one not too far from us.
Okay, so we'll probably check that out. Mine was delicious. My burgers and fries, pretty basic, but it was really, really good. We got to do a lot of plane spotting. Again, this is a really good area.
Well, what I liked about this spot in particular is that we're sitting here, we get to see all the traffic in and out of Torrance, but you can see the airliners going into LAX.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, and I think we saw a Black Hawk coming out of Los Al.
Knife.
And we saw a couple airliners turn out from Long Beach.
By the way, I don't have Tourette's. Like knife means the knife is like the identifier, right?
Yeah,
of
usually.
Is that the squad or is it just the tail number? Like the tail.
I think it's just the call sign.
Just the call sign for the Black Hawks that come out of Los Alamitos.
Yeah.
So that's what knife is. So now we're done here. We're gonna go look at South Bay Aviation, and apparently it's a good FBO for especially if you want to spend the night here. And number 2, they have like a store people like.
Oh.
It's like a pilot store.
Oh, cool.
So I figure we'll go check it out and see if if we need to ask any questions about overnight or anything. But apparently they have a really good reputation of just being extremely GA friendly. It's a little further than food. It's about, I don't know. Food was about 0.3 miles away. This is like half a mile away.
Okay.
So, but it's at the, I guess, north end of the airport. So we'll go check it out, and then after that, we'll see what we do. But let's go see what this South Bay Aviation is all about. We just visited, I guess it would be Cessna Pilot Center, but it's part of South Bay Aviation's store, I guess, right? Mm-hmm. So officially they are not an FBO, they are a flight school first.
That's what he said.
Right. And so what we did find out was that if they happen to have room, they will accommodate you. But there's 2 ways he really recommended finding out is, one is call ahead, see if they do have room to keep you overnight. And number 2 is use the Unicom because they have a 30-foot high, I guess, antenna. And you can ask them there if they have room. Mostly, I wanted to know because I like staying at the FBOs when we go spend the night somewhere. We're very particular with Hannah that way. But, I mean, this airport is locked down.
It's really secure. It's hard to get in.
We would feel just fine putting her in transient because, yeah, they do not let anybody in or out just because there's no code, right? Or at least we couldn't find it.
No, I think you have to get buzzed in by the security. Yeah. I think you can find just about anything you would be able to find at Spruce here.
Yeah, you can find it here. Yeah, I agree. So it's an awesome store because this one's like actually on the airport instead of like off the airport like Spruce is. But still love Spruce though, because they have everything. Like anytime something happens, like I'm just gonna go Spruce real quick. And I know it's such a huge thing for any pilot to have. We're gonna walk back and then get back to Hannah. Let's go.
Let's go.
Okay, so we are back to Hannah and getting ready to pre-flight and do everything, but kind of wanted to wrap up with, I didn't expect, it sounds so bad the way I'm gonna say it, but I didn't mean it. I just didn't expect much from the hangar, or from the museum, but it ended up being like so much more.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know, food was delicious. We got to check out the South Bay Aviation, and they have a pretty cool little store.
They do, and they're very nice.
They're very nice.
Yeah.
And I think the one thing that I did not understand is how locked down this airport is, which is great. That means, like, again, you come here, you don't have to worry about anything. I think your aircraft is going to be secure, but who knows? Maybe a local here might correct me and be like, yeah, that's not the case. I don't know. That's just my impression as a visitor coming here. It looks like it's pretty secure, right? So yes, and know that the way we came in is through, I think he's some type of administration, right?
Yes.
I forgot the role that he is. Operations. I think he's operations.
It seems like it, yeah. Airport operations is probably right.
Yeah, so you got to ask them to let you back in. They'll just ask you, do you have a plane out there? You tell them yes, and then they'll let you back in. That's the only way you're coming back in here if you're a visitor.
And he actually walked us out.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he didn't just like buzz us in or out.
Right.
Yeah.
So just know that when you come here, don't look for a code for anything or anything like that. It's just, that's what it is. But again, and the fact that there's plenty of transient parking spots, that's another plus.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do, well, I guess before I get ahead of myself, anything else you wanted to add?
Yes.
Okay. So emphatic, yes. Okay, what?
I think that the museum is worth the landing fee and the trek out here.
Right.
I mean, there is one plane in particular.
Those are fighting words. Landing fees anywhere. People are like, no.
I know. But that little museum has something there.
Yes.
That only one other museum in the whole United States has.
Probably the entire world.
Right? Yeah.
Because that's one of those prototypes that no other country got.
Nope. And you get up close to it. I mean, they let us walk under it and around it, and we were able to ask questions and they're very, very like informed about that. About everything there. I just think it's worth. I think it's worth the trek. I think it's worth the landing fee. I'm just gonna say it. Like I know some people may disagree, but at least once.
And I'm pretty sure we've gone long-winded on how much we love this museum, but it's so cool, and it's so cool that it came from Hawthorne and it's here, and then like the connection, and like there's just like so much. Like it's the history of how these airports are connected it's amazing. So come out here. Seriously, it's so worth it.
Yeah, it is.
So anyways, okay, I'm done.
That's all I have to say about that.
Okay. I was all done, and you like brought it up, and I'm like, oh my God, now I want to talk about that too. So yeah, so we're gonna pre-flight now, make sure everything's good with Hannah, and get out of here. Oh, really quick highlight to a friend, Andrew. He heard us on the radio, and then he messaged me on Instagram. He was like, I heard you guys on the radio. He goes, am I going to be on there? He's like, well, I don't know if you're going to be on the radios, but at least we shouted you out here for contacting us. So what's up, Andrew? Anyways, okay, now we're out of here. Hope you like this one. You guys definitely come out. You guys won't regret it. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Oh, okay. Irene just reminded me, I forgot one more thing, the departure. Okay, so this is gonna be a special one. We're gonna do a box climb out of here, means we're gonna probably do a 360 out, so we can get high enough so we can do the LAX special flight rules. So you're gonna be able to see.
LAX?
Why is that a question? She's done this we've done that story like 20 times.
It is my favorite tour up here.
So yeah, so we're gonna go LAX. We're gonna fly over LAX so you guys get to see that, and then once we do complete our 360, you'll probably get to see even a higher view of Torrance as well. So hope you guys like that. Now we're out of here. See you guys. So yeah, just a note, I know it's not the LAX special flight rules. I don't know why I kept calling it that today. It is the LA special flight rules, but for today, apparently I wanted to call it the LAX special flight rules.
Torrance ground, Aero 1939 Hotel at Transient, requesting ready for taxi with Victor, requesting 29 right Runup.
November 1939 Hotel, Torrance ground, runway 29 right, taxi via Foxtrot, Alpha Juliet.
29 right via Foxtrot, Alpha Juliet, 39er Hotel.
So I know we said it before already, but wow, is that museum worth coming to this airport for? The last thing we thought is that we would visit a museum out of a hangar and leave wanting to tell everyone to go so they can get big enough to have their own dedicated building. Oh, and Irene even read multiple places, still a rumor at this point, but that the museum has the original Northrop Flying Wing, the precursor to the B-2. Now, if anyone can confirm this, please let us know. I remember as a kid watching the History Channel, seeing it for the first time and thinking it was the craziest looking plane I'd ever seen, like a spaceship. So suffice it to say, we would love to see it in person. It would be like walking into Area 51 and seeing the most top secret yet antiquated aircraft today. And as always, we want to send our appreciation to every one of you guys for making this channel possible. Honestly, if it wasn't for you guys, we most likely would have given up a long time ago, but the support that you guys give us really keeps us motivated, and we can't thank you enough. So last week we released Cable Airport, which was an airport that was on our list for a long time, and so many of you had such fond memories there. Apparently, there's definitely a pilot we should meet by the name of Daniel. A couple of you mentioned his name, and it sounds like he has a great reputation, so we will be looking for him the next time we go. Some of you also mentioned how you trained out of this airport, and if you're like me, you never forget that first airport. Finally, one of you said you actually flew the blue Porterfield in the picture we saw at the pilot's lounge, which is just amazing. It's so interesting how we get to visit an airport, and initially it's just a single point on the map, and by the time we release the video, it starts receiving comments. It's like all these lines shoot out from that single point with your history, your stories, and even for us, we knew no one there. But now we've met people there, and now we have a couple of more to meet the next time we go, which is why we love the aviation community. So thank you all for being so hospitable and kind to us as we do our best to shine a light on your field. Again, another week of incredible comments. It's funny, we used to only answer comments to one video at a time, but it looks like you guys are finding more and more of our videos in our library, which is really, really exciting for us. Now, 2 weeks ago, I said how we plan to reduce some of our old airport videos that are less than 5 minutes long. But what I should have said was that if you have an airport on that list that we did early and you want us to redo it, please let us know. We just want to make sure that the ones we revisit, you actually want to see, and the ones no one asks about, we won't worry, and we'll consider finding where transient parking is to be enough for those.
Tower, Aero 1939er Hotel, holding short 29 right at Juliet, requesting a right turnout box climb for the LAX special flight rolls.
Remember 1939 Hotel, Torrance Tower, right box approved, range 29 right, clear for takeoff.
Right box approved for 29er right, clear for takeoff, 39er Hotel.
Now that wraps it up for another amazing week. Again, we truly can't thank you enough for making us so proud of what we have built here so far with you. We truly do feel extremely lucky. And we truly mean that, especially when you guys approach us out in the wild. That's just been like truly incredible. We can't even believe that that's a thing that happens to us. But honestly, you guys have been nothing but just amazing. And we love meeting you. So if you see us, don't be afraid to say hi. Now we'll see you next week. Until then, go fly, go discover.
Tower, terminal point 52 Alpha Golf, established RNAV 29er right, full stop.
Remember 52 Alpha Golf, Torrance Tower, runway 29 right, clear to land.
29er right, clear to land, 52 Alpha Golf.
And remember 2 Alpha Golf, just to verify, you said you're at Sling, SoCal tagged you up as a Cessna.
Roger that, yeah, we're at Sling 4 TS5, 52 Alpha Golf.
Roger, thank you. Cessna 9 Alpha in traffic over Goodyear eastbound, correction southeastbound, type unknown 2,300 indicated freak change approved.
We'll look for traffic and frequency change approved 379 Tango Alpha, thank you.
Laying 947.
Yeah, 2,000. All right, set right here, 2,000.
Yeah. 500 with Victor for a full stop.
Swing 947 Hotel, Torrance Tower, straight in, right 29 left, clear to land number 1.
Straight in 29 left, clear to land number 1, 947 Hotel.
Number 39er Hotel, freak change approved.
Frequency change approved, thanks for the help. 39er Hotel. LAX Special Flight Rules, Aero 19039 Hotel over Hawthorne 405 northbound at 4,500. LAX Special Flight Rules. LAX Special Flight Rules, Aero 19039 Hotel over the South Complex, 4,500 northbound LAX.
Flight rules traffic, RB443 Juliet Golf is off of Long Beach, 3,700 climbing 4,500 northwestbound for Santa Monica.
Los Angeles Special Flight Rules, Aero 19039 Hotel over the North Complex, 4,500 Los Angeles Special Flight Rules.
Special Flight Rules, Bonanza 664 Charlie's over Pacific Palisades, southeastbound 3,500, Special Flight Rules.
LA Special Flight Rules, Aero 19039 Hotel, passing Marina Del Rey, 4,500 northbound, LA. LA Special Flight Rules, Aero 19039 Hotel, departing to the east. Last call, LA.
Approach number 744, Papa Zulu. I'm on Victor 186, and I'm not sure where after that.
744 Papa Zulu, SoCal, 2988. What's on your flight plan?
Well, I was originally supposed to go the Anaheim 1 to Lake Hughes and Gorman, Victor 137, and then Avenal, and then as filed, and now I'm on the Victor 186, so I don't even know where I'm getting off the Victor 186, but I'm happy to go where you'd like me.
For Papa Zulu, Roger, you can expect the Vector to join Victor 459 to Lake Hughes, and then the rest of your route.
All right, we'll expect the 459. Is there a fix that I'll bring 186 for that so I can program it?
Yeah, it's going to be darts, Delta Alpha, Romeo Tango Sierra.
Beautiful, thanks for that, it really helps.
SoCal approach over 19039 Hotel, 3 miles northeast of Santa Monica, VFR request.
Oh, 739, send maintain 7,000.
7,000, Southwest 739.
For Papa Zulu, you can expect the Vector before darts to intercept Victor 459.
All right, thank you for that, for Papa Zulu.
Calling North Santa Monica, taking the call sign request.
Arrow 19039 Hotel, requesting flight following to Corona at 4,500.
United Hotel Sagan, your destination, your type aircraft?
39 Hotels at PA28 Romeo Slack Golf, requesting flight following to Corona Alpha Juliet Oscar at 4,500.
Our 39 Hotel, Roger, altimeter's 2988, clock 0274.
0274, 39 Hotel.
Level 739, Detroit. Flight 7709er, contact approach 125.5.
25.5, back flight 779, see you.
For Papa Zulu, climb and maintain 12000 and turn right, heading 300, join Victor 459er to Lake Hughes.
All right, up to 12000, and if you could just repeat the rest of your second, got sidetracked.
For Papa Zulu, right turn to 300, heading 300, join Victor 459er to Lake Hughes, and then resume the rest of your route.
All right, up to 12, right to 300, join Victor 459, that is filed for Papa Zulu.